Don't move. Turn your fantasy football into reality. Here's CeJaay.
Hey, welcome to the Dirty Landry Report. I am CeJaay, and today we're going to talk about handcuffs. No. Handcuffing running backs in fantasy football. Let's be a little more specific so that some people in the peanut gallery don't get the wrong idea. Why are handcuffs important? Well, for running backs, they're the most important position on your team because if you don't have one, you don't win. Doesn't mean anything. I'm not talking about drafting. I'm talking about having a good running back on your team. Now, when that running back goes down, that's a huge hole in your team. If you're going halfway through the season trying to find a running back, good luck to you, because unless you've got waiver priority one, or all your FAAB money, anyone that comes out of the woodwork is going to cost you an arm and a leg to get. So handcuffing your players and knowing what's going on are extremely important. That's why at the start of the year, Jamal Williams, until he got hurt, was a good guy to have because Kamara was out for 3 games. Moss, he did great when JT was out. Demercado is, Arizona. The guys like that don't cost you anything at the start of the season. You pick them off waivers. You make an adjustment on a Tuesday when there's nothing happening. It doesn't cost you a thing. But now it does. So having it on your bench ahead of time is way more important than trying to find it on waivers, especially with the way some people bid. It's kind of strange. We'll get into that in a second, how to bid and get your player using the FAAB money or the free agent bidding money. Different leagues call it different things, but you know what I'm talking about. Running backs, why are they important? They're the most important position to handcuff on your team simply because a good running back is going to get the ball 20 times a game, maybe 25 with catches and so forth. He's going to be hit by linemen, 2 and 3 and 4 linemen all game long and all season long. How long do you think the human body can take that pounding? Whereas a wide receiver, he might get 5 or 6 or 7 targets and he's going to be tackled by a defensive back in most cases. I mean, any wide receiver worth his salt that sees Bosa or Von Miller coming at him full speed is going down. I'm giving myself up, and I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5", so I don't want to get hit by those guys. That'd probably hurt quite a bit. So having the handcuffs for your running backs is a little more important than having the handcuff for your wide receiver. Now, tight ends are in that same boat as running backs. They get hit a lot. They're blocking, they're pounded on every play. And when they do catch the ball, it tends to be a shorter pass and more people sort of congregate and tackle them than a wide receiver who's, 10, 15 yards downfield. So be smart about having a backup for your guy, because the number of times that running backs and tight ends get hit during a season, wow, even just blocking. Quarterbacks, they might get, 3 or 4 hit 3 or 4 times a game on a good team and maybe 3 or 4 sacks, which is a lot. But, like Danny Dimes, oh my, wouldn't you rather have had Tyrod on your bench than have to go pick him up on waivers when Danny Dimes doesn't play? That's what I'm talking about, is just look at who you have. Look at the waiver wire all the time. And look who's getting pounded. Look who's taking all the hits. And when you see something like that, and some guy like taking an inordinate number of carries and an inordinate number of catches and is getting hit an inordinate number of times, now it's time to go and find out, on the depth chart, who are his backups and who are the guys that you should have just in case. Because believe me, if someone has just been injured, I hope not, but let's say someone just got hurt and you're going to the waiver wire looking for the replacement. If you have priority number 10, you're not getting that guy. And if you've already spent your free agent bidding money, you're not getting that guy. So the smart way is to be prepared. Now, if you're going to waivers and you're picking someone up and you're bidding on that player, I don't know how many times I see people bidding 0. You're not going to get your player if you're bidding zero. I saw one the other day. There was 7 guys bid on a player, and 3 of them bid zero, 3 of them bid $1, and one guy bid $11, and of course he won. So the smart money on Tuesday night costs you more than Wednesday night, because Tuesday night's when all the players and everyone's active and so forth. Wednesday's when they've all been passed up. So on Tuesday night, spend the money, spend the extra money. You don't spend $1 on Tuesday. Bid 11 or 21 or 31 or 33 or 47 or some weird number like that. Don't bid 5, 10, 15, 20 because someone's going to bid 17, 27, whatever and beat you. So when you're bidding to get those players, unless you have waiver priority number 1 or 2, be smart about how you make your bids and spend a little extra money to get the player that you need or want. Don't try to be conservative because that may cost you a game. So this is going to be a great week coming up. I hope you do well. I hope I do well for a change. This has not been a good year for me. Anyway, I'm CeJaay. That's the Dirty Landry Experience.